Hey friends, welcome back. Today I want to share a quick bit of advice on how to sync two cameras in Lightroom. This is far from the most critical aspect of editing, but it is something that really creates a beautiful client experience. So if this is something you've ever dealt with or you're dealing with this right now, feel free to follow along. If you are new here, I am Michael Kent. I am a working portrait photographer and lead educator at Our Photo Club. It's an experiment in community-based photography education. So here we are in the Lightroom catalog that we're working with today. This is the Traverse City Zombie Run. This is a charity event run every single season to benefit our local trail systems. People dress up in Halloween costumes. The gorier, the better. It's just a fun, interesting event that we shoot every year. So as I'm going through here, I'm culling. I like you, I like you, I like you. This one's fine, but this one's better. You know, you're doing your normal culling thing. And when I hit about image 100-ish, I started to notice that some of the images looked slightly different, and I realized that, oh, these are Sarah's photos, these are mine, these are hers. And so this is not the end of the world, but what we have here is images that are completely out of sync. More commonly at weddings, you'll see if you forget to sync your cameras, you've got this like big moment of build up and anticipation, like the kiss at the wedding ceremony. I personally don't like to see the kiss happen here and then 15 minutes later a second version happens of it. What I would like to see is one, you see this build up, this beautiful moment, and then you have this like outpouring of emotion. You have these people kind of embracing each other, and then I want to see multiple shots, multiple angles of that same event. That only happens if your cameras are synced like down to the moment. This is actually why I stopped using my Fuji X100F as a wedding camera, because it doesn't allow me to sync down to the moment. It allows me to sync down to the minute, which is just not nearly enough. So how do we take these photos and make sure that they nest kind of into each other perfectly? Well, step one is we need to find that critical moment where everybody on set photographed the same thing. At a wedding, it's frequently the kiss. Here, at an event like this, the start of the race was the perfect time. So I've already gone through and I've captured two images, both in red. And we see this is Sarah's image, and the time on this one is 9:01:12 a.m. and on mine, 8:47:41. So next step, we would remove the filter to see just the red images. We go to metadata. So for me, I have this filtered down to two separate cameras. We've got my camera here and Sarah's camera here. This needs to be filtered based on how your system works. If you've got two separate cameras that are the same model, you might need to filter these by serial number so that you can see the two separate cameras regardless of their make, manufacturer, whatever. I can go back and sort them by camera model so that I can just see, okay, these are Sarah's and these are mine. So we're going to go to Sarah's camera. We're making sure that we have this image, this red image, active. We're going to hit Command A on a Mac to select all of the images from her, which should be this 787 images. We go up to metadata, edit capture time, and here we make sure that this is set to adjust to a specified date and time. You can see the original time is here, and we're going to correct this to the number on my camera. And this says this operation cannot be undone. I don't know why they say that. That's a lie. You can just undo it, but we're not going to. Hit change all. And what this does here is it's not changing all of her images to 8:47:41. It's changing them relative to that. So if the next image was shot 1 second later, it would be 9:01:13, which means that all of her images are going to nest. So we do this to every single image that she shot, regardless of whether or not we think we're going to use it, so that if we back up later, we don't have one image that's completely thrown off. So I'm going to go ahead and go Command A just to make sure everything is still fully selected. Go back to all cameras. And now, if you remove this, you can see the highlighted images here are Sarah's, and the darker images here, the unselected ones, are mine. Now we can see these little moments being nested into each other, as opposed to seeing one moment happen and then replicated, 15 images, 200 images later. And if we go ahead and try to find that starting image, we can see these two images are perfectly nested so that this start of the race all happens at once. As I said before, this isn't the most critical aspect of editing, but it's these small details that really set your work apart and help create a beautiful customer experience that honestly can mean even more than image quality in a lot of ways. And that's it. If you found this helpful and you want to be part of a kinder photography community, please like, subscribe. It really helps us out. And don't hesitate to comment below if there's anything that you would like to see us tackle in this smaller format. Thank you.